Hello again, Zephyr here with another update to Halls of Torment. So this just dropped for me, and I did read through it just briefly. I wanted to share it. So, this is an experimental update. I will be testing it out. Many of you, if you're diehard Halls of Torment fans, are probably actually farther than me by quite a bit in this game at this point. So, bear with me. My knowledge may be a little bit more limited of the extent of the 30 artifacts. I only have 7 or 8. So, Torment balancing. Halls of Torment released just a little bit ago, last month, and the Shrine of Torment and the Agony system were revamped with artifacts that amplify enemy stats every time you add an artifact. Doesn't matter which artifact it is, it increases the torment, so to say, of the play. But Agony is still based on time. So every Agony will now add 1 defense to each rank, to each enemy per rank, changing the scaling of torment levels in the vault past 30 minutes. Health will be changed to scale at 1.12 instead of 1.2, so health is going to scale slower, and defense has been added as a scaler at 1.12 as well. So these are multiplicative, but it means that defense is going to be more important as an aspect of the overall value of things, in the sense that it reduces damage on enemies. In the vault, the torment levels will add 0.33 base defense to each enemy level instead of 1, I guess. Something like that. Or in addition to, I'm not really sure. Damage scaling will be changed from plus 4% to plus 5% per level, and movement speed scaling has changed from 2% to 2.5% per level. So enemies are going to hit harder, they're going to move faster, and they're going to have actual defense now, and less health. The devs say that they've decided on this change for 2 reasons. One is that now, and probably in the future, items and effects that scale with damage scale are certainly stronger than anything else, and we tried to mitigate this by reducing the health pools in the endgame and adding defense instead. Secondly, some enemies were approaching and actually could hit the highest HP possible in the game, causing bugs. With this change, we can easily go up to Torment level 40, and the vault is quite some time longer after the current 95 minutes, after which it starts breaking. So there are only 30 artifacts in the game at the moment, so they want to be able to add more artifacts, which increases the torment level. Bloodcatcher. I have not actually been using this. I am still catching up with my old save file, kind of being out of sync with my new save file, so I just kept the new save file. Bloodcatcher. Scaling the max HP effect will be limited from 100 to 3000. Bloodcatcher gains proper diminishing returns now, and Bloodcatcher has been changed back to only give a modifier when the player is sitting on full health. It now only triggers every 5 seconds and applies this effect based on the damage within that time frame. So in the 1.0 patch, they changed Bloodcatcher to always apply its buff. Even the player was damaged. We changed this back, but also applied the normal diminishing returns mechanic from other items in the game. The limitation of scaling based on one's max HP has been introduced because the Bloodcatcher had many edge case scenarios with almost no HP. These changes have been made to bring the Bloodcatcher down to a level of other items. The Bloodcatcher was so much stronger that making everything else stronger was not an option. Lastly, the 5-second refresh has been added to avoid lag, because of multiple modifier updates and heal events per turn, or per second or per frame from the item. The modifier strength is not influenced by this change, and so it's just simply spread out across 5 seconds instead. Other notes, every hero now has their own shard pool. You can also see characters on the quest board for what you need a specific character for. But this is the real one that I want to talk about, is that every hero has their own Torment shard pool. Collecting 1 Torment shard will increase the shards for all characters, so you don't have to grind just with the Exterminator to get shards. You can grind with any character and get shards for all your characters equally. So the amount of used Torment shards can now be seen in the end screen. That's also cool. Turning off flash intensity intensity also deactivates the flashes when the player is hit by enemies, so it goes both ways now. Some bug fixes, and that's it. And so this is only on the experimental branch for the next couple days, and then it will go into actual release. So if you want to do that, you can just do this properties betas and test out the experimental branch. So overall, I think this is a really interesting patch. I will be looking at this mostly. And talking about that just a little bit. By reducing their health and increasing their defense, I'm not sure how this directly negates specifically percentage damage bonuses from being the only thing that's super strong. Because, this is how I'm going to say this at least, is if you have the same effective health, you still need the same effective damage. Now, you might be able to get that faster with multi-strike and attack speed and various fragility effects and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's the same amount of damage that is required for the same amount of effective health. Because if you have 100% bonus, if you take 50% damage, you have 100% extra health effectively. And so if you have more defense and less health, it's still kind of the same thing. So I'm not sure entirely how that's going to play out. It will have to be felt to some degree. And I understand that the actual health scaling issues here with numerical values in computers causing bugs is definitely a concern there. But I'm just not sure how it mitigates the actual damage scale thing. So we'll see. Hope you enjoy this game. I'll just keep kind of posting little updates. I'm still enjoying it, so I'm still posting updates. And I just like talking about this kind of stuff. So until next time, keep playing, keep having fun.